Good morning.
Good morning. How are you this morning?
You know, I'm a little tired this morning. I'm having a hard time waking up.
Me too. Champagne may or may not assist with that.
Yeah. And I don't know about you, but when I want to wake up, I love to use peppermint.
Hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I just put a drop of peppermint in my hand and then I took a deep inhale like that. And now I have peppermint in my eyes.
So I think I did it around the same time that you did. And now I'm burning. Obviously, I still had enough peppermint oil in my hand that when I cupped over it, I've got peppermint oil here and it's burning. But I'm awake.
Babe!
I'm awake now.
Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for inviting me to join you.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
What face do you make when you're opening a champagne bottle? Is it the same face that I make?
What's your face? Because I'm pretty sure mine is.
Like, this thing is gonna take my eye out. I just know it.
Okay, so this morning, usually Alan is the Prosecco champagne sparkling wine opener, but this time I did it. And normally I'm used to La Marca Prosecco where, you've got to or the Costco Prosecco, you got to kind of loosen it up a little bit and then you can twist it off.
Yeah.
So I did that with this one and I'm like, and it literally, I don't know where the cork went.
No.
It's somewhere in my house. I'll find it when I clean it. I mean, it traveled.
Okay, I'm a wimp. I always put a towel on top because I really fear. I fear it.
It's going to jump off the wall, bounce back, and hit you in the eye.
Yeah.
Or do you open it like this?
No, I have a towel and I'm like, "Ugh." And I thought, oh, if this was a picture, my word, my face was so contorted with fear.
I'm not fearful. I'm just like putting all of the strength I had into my thumbs to try to push that stupid thing open.
So,
Yes.
by request, chin hairs. I don't know if I got heard. Chin hairs. We're gonna go.
Yeah. It was funny. I thought that might get a laugh. I didn't realize that people would want us to talk about it. But we all know it happens.
Well, I'm hesitant to talk about it because, as far as I know, it has not happened to me.
Well,
Here.
this rarely happens to me. It's usually around here.
Well, mine is right here. What does that mean? I'm a unicorn?
That is the weirdest place to grow a hair.
And it's not just a hair.
It's a unicorn. You're a unicorn.
We are talking boar hair, which means it's going whee. And when I first realized it was happening, it was this long.
No.
And it was this texture, but it was clear.
Out of your forehead.
Out of my forehead.
Did Judah take it and did he pull it taut and then dung 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 da da dung 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 da da dung? I'm just wondering. Did he play a jig?
No, because he was in so much trouble. I was screaming his name, Judah!
Because he never told you?
I said, you have one job. We're going to boil down all of your responsibilities to one job.
Make me a martini every night and make sure I have no hairs growing out of my forehead. How hard is that?
Yeah, so we have a routine now. When I cut his hair, which is every 2.5 to 3 weeks, he immediately thereafter cuts my hair. And it is always there. Oh my God.
Wait. You cut it? Do you ever just pluck it or?
Okay. So have you ever seen one of these?
Isn't that like, I mean, it is a razor for like hair, right? I mean, I think I've seen one of the, like the beautician uses it to texturize. Is that what you do? You texturize your forehead?
No. No, it's like a micro
You want the hair to
razor.
you want the hair to fall just right.
No, we just go. It's probably there right now because Judah needs a haircut today. So, I mean, it would be so cool if you could see it.
No. Mm-mm.
Anyway, you just go like this. Okay, here's the thing with this. A friend of mine had one. Of course, I didn't have the guts to ask her about it. I don't even know why. But I did the research and I ordered one. Went on YouTube. They tell you all how to do it. Don't use it on your eyebrows. That's what it says. It says here you can use it for the perfect eyebrow, but I stay away from my eyebrows.
You've done that before.
Yeah, I've been there before, done that. You know, if you don't learn any lessons from when you were 12, then you've got problems. So go on YouTube and learn how to use it. But this is what this has inspired me to do a little bit, because every time I go to get my eyebrows threaded, the woman always says, "Just your eyebrows?" And I'm always like, yes. What else would you like to tear off of my face in a aggressive manner? Because I don't, unless she sees this one hair. Well, what you have to do is sit in the sun with a mirror, and you will see that you have hairs that are this long.
Yeah. You know what I find the best place to find all of those face hairs you didn't realize you had is when you're driving. Not when you're a passenger. No. Don't show up when you're a passenger because that would make it easy. No. You will be looking in the rearview mirror and all of a sudden it's going to be like, what is that? And why is it out here? Seriously. Or immediately I'm not kidding you. It's like, oh, let me braid that. It's terrible. I remember seeing.
You've had long hairs too.
Okay, so yes and no. I mean, longish for me, but I am vigilant when it comes to my chin hairs. I'm not kidding you because I'm constantly, And my mom came for a visit a couple years ago, and she needed one of those mirrors that had the magnifier and the light. Yes. And then she's like, I'm just going to leave it here. Because at the time, I'm like, I don't need that. I have perfect eyesight. And then she's like, I'm going to leave it here for the next time I come. And that thing has really come in handy. I can't even tell you how often. So, yeah, thanks, Mom. Best gift ever.
Mom's the best.
Yeah, it was probably one of her subtle, like, yeah, you think you don't need this, but I'm going to buy it for me, and then I'm going to leave it here because I already have one at home. Yeah.
When I was younger, I used to see those mirrors, and because I would be cleaning people's homes with them, and I would be like, why would you do that to yourself? There is no need to be all up personal clothes and seeing all that stuff. No. Why would you do that to yourself? And of course, these occupants are 80 years old. Just like, why would you do that? Well, you get a little older and you're like, why can't I see my eyes when I'm putting my makeup on? You're like, oh, that's why I need one of those mirrors.
Yeah, it's not because you want to see yourself up close and personal like that. It's because you can't see yourself up close and personal like that.
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah, moms are the best. They know what we need before we do.
Yeah, so I cut my hair when I cut Judah's hair. So what's your routine?
Well, generally it is, I check every day. So
Oh
when I
my
wake up
goodness.
in the morning, I'm usually doing is just like, did anything grow overnight? Because those suckers grow overnight. And not a little bit. They don't grow slowly like your nails grow. No. Unlike the hair on your head, and every other place on your body, like your eyebrows, those things will show up overnight and they will grow 6 inches. I don't know.
I might have one right here. I'm not sure what this is.
Is it poking you? Does it feel like a horse hair?
It feels like this a little bit.
Yeah. You may want to take that little, yep, there you go. How's it feel?
Yeah. Go on.
Yeah.
So, okay, maybe I need to up my game to every day. I have not been doing that. I'll wake up like Mindy and do a little scan.
Yeah. And yes. Yeah. It's finding chin hairs by Braille.
Yeah. I love it. I love it.
I just cleaned myself up yesterday, so I'm good.
And you pluck them with a tweezer.
I do. I have tweezermans.
Yeah,
Again, another gift from my mother.
What color?
Bless that woman's heart. You know what? I just went with the traditional silver. I do have a little white pair though that comes in its own little plastic tubing for my purse. Super cutie.
So cute.
Yeah,
Mine is green.
Because, oh, well, that's nice. Nice. But you know, the pair for the purse is of course for when I'm driving. So not while I'm driving, but when I get to my destination, I can clean myself up.
Because during route, you saw everything.
Yes, not kidding you. Not kidding you.
And have you ever turned on your husband like I have? Like, seriously, you have one job. Why aren't you doing your job?
You know, I would, except my husband is 20 years older than me, and therefore I can't rely on his eyesight anyway, so getting upset at him really doesn't do me any good at all.
That's not fair. Not fair.
No. No, and then he starts complaining about where the hair is growing from places in his body, and I don't want to go there. I just, I don't even.
This is about me.
Yeah, exactly. But if people want me to talk about that will be another episode of Champagne and Prosecco with Heidi and Mindy. Let's talk about men and what happens to them.
No, let's not. So I had a couple of girls reach out to me about no poo this week.
Wonderful.
And so I think it's a good idea to recap why right now is a really good time to do no poo. And also the new recipe that is
super important.
Super important. So what are you doing with your no poo recipe right now?
You know, I don't actually measure my baking soda because I have this tiny funnel. Okay, so these are my bottles. These are just 8-ounce bottles. So that's they're perfectly measured already. So I just kind of eyeball it when it comes to the baking soda. I just kind of know where in the funnel it needs to be, and then I'll, fill it up. And then this is my vinegar bottle. So I don't know if you notice, but
brilliant.
The line on the bottom was the old amount. The line on top is the new amount. I know. Because I'm just like, ain't nobody got time to go get the quarter cup measurement. And then
I love it. I love it.
The bottle, it's just easier.
I love it.
And then I'll drop some essential oils and fill them up and good to go.
And what oils are you using?
So I am using 2 drops of rosemary and peppermint. So it's a lovely combination. So rosemary promotes hair growth and peppermint promotes oxygen. So when you feel that kind of tingling, like I'm feeling right now, which is a little scary because I'm like, I better not end up with like a goatee here. But it actually draws oxygen and blood flow into your scalp. So the two combinations promoting hair growth, oxygen and blood flow, it's very good.
I love it. I love it. I've been doing 2 drops rosemary, 2 drops cedarwood, 2 drops lavender. I have been warming water in a kettle. I mean, the whole no poo has just been upgraded, like so many levels.
Yeah, I just use the hot tap water. I cheap out.
There's no hot water in Florida. It's so weird.
That is weird.
Yeah, it's just taken the whole experience to another level. I feel very spa-like when I'm doing it. It's just so wonderful. So wonderful. And, with the brushing routine, we're now like 2 weeks in, I literally think that I can go more days. Maybe last week I went 8 days, 9 days without washing. And I think I can keep that up.
And you're day 6 or no, you're day 4? What are you?
Today is 6, yeah.
Okay.
Today's day 6. And yeah.
Yeah, today's 5 for me. So yeah,
There'll be a link below with the recipe. That way, you can download it and have it.
And I did find on healthline.com, there is an article entitled Essential Oils for Hair, and it talks about the 9 best essential oils for your hair for growth and health. So I'll just run through them really quickly. If you
I'm
want
going to take notes.
Do that. Okay, so lavender.
Check.
So that actually speeds up hair growth. Yay. Peppermint, of course, promotes hair growth because it increases circulation. Rosemary, to improve thickness and hair growth. Cedarwood, it promotes hair growth and reduces hair loss. And it balances the sebaceous glands in your scalp. Lemongrass, that's if you have dandruff. Good.
Okay.
Thyme, of course. Also,
what is that? Thyme?
Because it promotes growth by stimulating the scalp and preventing hair loss. Clary sage. This actually helps make lavender oil so effective, and it increases hair strength. So clary sage.
And it does so many other wonderful things for the women's body.
The endocrine system and all that wonderfulness. Tea tree, which is cleansing and antibacterial, antimicrobial. And ylang ylang. So it does say that those with oily skin and hair may want to skip ylang ylang because it does actually promote oil production. So anyway, but those are
I just like to say ylang ylang.
I know.
So much fun. So much fun. I love it.
Yeah, and just for those that also may be losing their eyebrows, I use rosemary at night on my eyebrows, and also cedarwood. I'll just alternate between the two, just to kind of, I'm not exactly sure why. It could be thyroid, imbalance, but I've been losing eyebrows over the years, so between the rosemary and essential oil and the cedarwood, they're coming back.
Beautiful. Yeah, I use a product called Animal Scent,
which I need to get.
It is a huge tub of this very thick product, which is made for animals, but it's full of all of those heavy hitting oils that are really expensive if you're going to buy them individually. It's all in this product. So then I just go whoop, whoop, and sure enough, they have grown. They're fantastic. despite what I did to them
I,
when I was 12.
thankfully, they grew back.
Oh my God. Can you imagine?
Just so I'm just curious with animal sense, can you use it as a moisturizer on your skin too, or?
Yeah, like I'll use it on my hands.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. But it's no, I would say it's like sebum.
Ooh.
Mm.
Okay.
Ooh.
Ooh. I know.
That word used to be so gross. Not anymore.
Now it's the sexiest thing for your hair. Oh, I've got sebum.
And it's so cool because I used to clean my brush and think it was so dusty, but it's sebum.
Yeah, I know, and skin cells and all that other kind of. Yeah,
Yeah. I used to think that was so gross.
yeah, and I had no idea it was actually good for my hair.
Ah, amazing.
Yeah.
Sorry for that noise. Thank you for joining me today.
It was really fun. Thank you for inviting me.
I'm wondering if you have a picture of yourself pre-school.
I do.
Maybe you could bring it next week and we could talk
Okay.
about it. That's a conversation I'd like to have in our specialty group. It's called, the group is called How to Smile Like You Mean It.
Ooh, I like it.
And maybe we could talk about how this turned into this.
I'm intrigued.
Cool.
Sign me up.
Oh, we're not even done with our champagne yet. We talked.
I'm a little closer to the end than you are, so you know.
Keep up. Keep up.
One more sip there, Heidi. Come on, one more.
Yeah, I can't really gulp champagne. It's one of those things.
You have to enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
Take your time.
I love it.
Mm. But I am almost there.
This is a really large glass, actually.
It is.
Okay, one more.
Should we do martinis with Mindy and Heidi?
Absolutely. That will be in the afternoon.
Definitely.
So again, thank you.
This was fun. It was a pleasure. Till next week.